Hi friends, welcome back to our YouTube channel Mechanical Engineering Exams Made Simple. Friends, as part of our preparation for AMVA Assistant Motor Inspector second paper Automobile Engineering, let us see few questions on hydraulic machinery. This is there in your fifth topic of the syllabus. It covers special purpose vehicles, fluid properties, oil power hydraulics and pneumatics, as well as your hydraulic machinery. In the hydraulic machinery, the important machinery are turbines and pumps, and of course you have hydraulic jack, hydraulic press, hydraulic ram, and hydraulic crane. So let us see few questions out of them. The hydraulic press is also known as Brahma's press. So one Mr. Brahma, he has invented this particular hydraulic press in 1795. In the name of him, it is also called hydraulic press is also called Brahma's press. The answer is D. A hydraulic press has a ram of 15 centimeters diameter and a plunger of 1.5 centimeters. It is required to lift a weight of 1000 kg. The force required on the plunger is equal to. So here, what is the formula? F1 by A1 is equal to F2 by A2. So load lifted by area under the load, and effort applied by area under the effort. So that is because in a static fluid, according to Pascal law, the pressure is uniform in all directions, that is, it is equal. So by solving F1 by A1 is equal to F2 by A2, we are going to get the answer 400. So what are the given things here? Here it is F1 by A1 is equal to pi d square by 4. A2 is equal to pi d square by 4, small d square by 4. So 1000 by pi d square by 4 is equal to F2 by pi d square by 4. Small d is equal to 1.5 centimeters and capital D is equal to 15 centimeters. Substitute them and get it. So definitely the force on the plunger should be less, and it should be 1.5 whole square by 15 square into 1000. Solving that, I am going to get 10 kgf. It should be always less, because it is something like a simple machine. What is simple machine mechanical advantage? Load lifted by effort applied. So definitely load lifted should be very high compared to the effort applied. So by using only 10 kgf, you are able to lift a 1000 kgf weight. By using only 10 kgf force or effort of 10 kgf effort, you are able to lift 1000 kgf load. Right. So answer is A. Right. The working of hydraulic brake system follows. What is the principle under the hydraulic braking system? So it is your Pascal's law. What is Pascal's law? Any force applied to a confined fluid is transmitted uniformly in all directions throughout the fluid, regardless of the shape of the container. Okay, so all the hydraulic systems are mostly based on your Pascal's law. It also says that in a static fluid, the pressure is uniform in all the directions. Both are same, one and the same. So it is Pascal's law. That is the answer. Next question. A force of 400 newtons is required to lift a load by a hydraulic jack. What is the area of piston needed for actuating to operate it with operating pressure of 70 kilopascals? So once again, the same formula. So F by A is equal to P, or force by area is equal to normal force by area is equal to pressure. That will be equal for both. So F by A is equal to F1 by A1 is equal to F2 by A2. So 400 is equal to, so something like, let us write down. So 400 is equal to 70 into 10 to the power of 3 into capital A. So how much? This is going to come, A is equal to 400 by 70 into 1000. It is going to come 0.0057. Same formula, the pressure, equate the pressure. So pressure equal to force by area. By equating them, I am going to get area under the, what is asking? He is asking the operating pressure, the area of the piston needed. So definitely it should be lesser, 0.057. So answer is 0.057. Let us mark the answer. A hydraulic jack is, so what is this hydraulic jack and where it is used? It is used in tractors to raise the and lower tools and equipment to proper working height, or to facilitate the construction of ships and are used to load large components. Both of these above, none of these. So actually, so these are used for both of these above. Hydraulic jack is used for tractors to raise and lower the tools and equipment to the proper working height, and to facilitate the construction of ships, and are used to load large components, and it is used for both the purposes. So both of these is the correct answer. Next, hydraulic jacks are used actually in a number of agriculture machines such as tractors to raise and lower tools and equipments to proper working height. Marine hydraulic jacks facilitate the construction of ships and are used to load large components. Both are the answers. So next question, a change in pressure applied to an enclosed fluid is transmitted undiminished to all portions of fluid and to the walls of the container. Its concept is applied to hydraulic press, hydraulic jack, both of these, none of these. So it is actually a change hydraulic press and hydraulic jack. Pressure is force per unit area, right? A change in pressure applied to an enclosed fluid is transmitted undiminished to all portions of the fluid and to the walls of its container. A hydraulic system like hydraulic press, hydraulic jack is an enclosed fluid system used to exert force. Dash can be used to transport water to higher grounds without using electricity or fuel. So it is your hydraulic ram. A hydraulic ram is a pump. It's actually a pump. So for pump you need some power, right? Some mechanical power. But here it is mechanical power is not needed. A hydraulic ram is a pump used to transport water to higher grounds without using electricity or fuel or any external power source. So your answer is hydraulic ram. The hydraulic ram is a device used to accelerate water flow, to lift water without electric motor, for lifting heavy loads, all of the above. So it is actually B, as said just now, to lift water without electric motor, neither to accelerate the water flow nor for lifting heavy loads. All of the above is definitely is not going to come into picture. So the correct answer is to lift water without electric motor. What is principle of hydraulic ram? So what is this? Is it hydraulic ram works on the principle called water hammer, or capillarity, or buoyancy? So actually your hydraulic ram is going to work on the principle of water hammer. So what is this water hammer? So when a large amount of water, amount of quickly moving water is pushed through a small opening to create pressure. As pressure builds within the system, it reaches a critical point that then it lifts a fraction of water flow. So capital W into small h is equal to small w into capital H. So the work done should be equal. So a large amount of water lifted to, so large amount of water is stored at smaller height, which is used in this particular hydraulic ram. So by using a large amount of water at a smaller head, we can lift a small amount of water to greater heights. That is the principle of hydraulic ram. So it is called water hammer. Similarly, so the basic idea here is the water hammer. Capillarity no, buoyancy no. What is buoyancy? So it is buoyancy means suppose when you are taking a dip in the river, so you feel that you lost some weight, right? So that is due to, so your weight in air is not equal to weight in water. So because of the water force acting upwards, your weight acting downwards, the net force will be not equal to your weight in the air. So that is called your principal buoyancy. And capillarity is the rise of some liquid in a small tube. Capillarity, right? So here the correct answer is water hammer. A hydraulic ram uses dash effect to develop pressure. So once again, it is water hammer. A hydraulic ram uses a water hammer effect to develop pressure. This effect permits a portion of input water to power a pump. This pump is then lifted to a point higher than where the water originally started. So let us see the options here. Water hammer once again. Dash aids in cushioning the shock of the hydraulic pressure during the working of the hydraulic ram. Is it pressure vessel or airbags or inlet valves or driver pipe? It is actually pressure vessel aids in cushioning the shock of the hydraulic pressure during the working of the hydraulic ram. It contains compressed air cushions. It also helps in making the pumping efficiency better. So the correct answer is pressure vessel. Next, dash a pump that forces running water to higher level by utilizing the kinetic energy of flow. Only a small portion of water being so lifted by the velocity head of a much larger portion when latter is suddenly checked by the closing of a valve. Once again, it is definitely B, hydraulic ram. Once again, same. What is a cyclic water pump? What is the cyclic water pump? A cyclic water pump is a hydraulic ram or hydram. It is also called hydram. It is a cyclic water pump powered by hydropower. It takes in water at one hydraulic head, that pressure, head or pressure both are same, and flow rate, and outputs water at a higher hydraulic head and low flow rate. Low flow rate to greater height with high flow rate at a smaller height. That is the principle. So your hydraulic ram, hydram, cyclic water, all of the similar words synonyms. So your answer is all of these. A dash is a clever device invented over 200 years ago that can pump water uphill with no other external source of power except for the water flowing into it. What is this? This is hydraulic ram. Once again, hydraulic ram is a clever device invented over 200 years ago. It was invented very long back. So this can pump water uphill. But here we don't need any power, something like mechanical power, with no other external source of power, something like mechanical power or electric motor, where your motor is connected to, the shaft of motor is connected to, through a coupling to the pump shaft. No such thing is required. So your answer is hydraulic ram. Nor the hydraulic gear pump, hydraulic windmill or hydraulic piston pump. Hydraulic ram is a, what is this? A pump. Hydraulic ram is a pump water up 10 times head of vertical elevation for every head of elevation drop from the water source to it. Generally it pumps only one volume of water for every 8 volumes of water passing through it. Both of these, none of these. So what is this? It is actually C, hydraulic ram. Both of these. So both are one and the same, right? Is it not? That means both of these is the correct answer. So here hydraulic ram pumps are very efficient, generally pumping only 1 unit volume of water for every 8 units of volume water passing through the ram. They will, however, pump water up 10 times head, that means or more in some cases, of vertical elevation for every unit head of elevation drop from the water source to the hydraulic ram. So the correct answer is both of these. Friends, you can expect some questions out of hydraulic press, hydraulic ram, hydraulic jack and hydraulic what you call crane. So please go through these topics very carefully. And also in degree syllabus pumps and turbines are covered, but in diploma syllabus all these hydraulic machinery are included. So better read, because your qualification for AMVI is BTech mechanical or diploma in automobile engineering. Better to be conversant with the syllabus for both, that means turbines and pumps as well as your hydraulic machinery, something like just now we discussed, that is your hydraulic ram, jack, crane and press. Let us meet in one more video very shortly.